Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
We're coming to you from the Pud Cave, located here in game-swapping, beautiful downtown Lincolnton in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, what's going on?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We a little late, but man, we are here. You know what I'm saying? That's what counts.
Nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs a break every now and again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, man, we're back. We're getting ready to get back into this thing, and Pudville's still popping. And man, it's just good to be back, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So, Mike, how about you, man? Did you have a good New Year's and everything?
It was good.
Good.
It was kind of chill. We came up here and watched the apple drop.
Oh, yeah, man.
At 8 o'clock.
So did y'all say Happy Eastern Standard Time?
It was fun. It was, I think, and a lot of people talked about, why is it at 8 o'clock?
Right.
Why is it not at midnight? I think it was more for the kids.
Oh, right.
Because there were a lot of kids out.
Exactly.
And that would not have made it till 12.
Yeah, man. They want to see the apple. You know what I'm saying? They want to see it drop, you know.
And it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
I could almost see them doing it twice. Maybe doing 8 o'clock for the kids, Happy Eastern Standard Time, and then, maybe raise that son of a bitch back up and drop it again.
Exactly. Exactly, man. You had the shooters out there,
Oh, yeah.
No, it was a good crowd. It was a big time.
I'll tell you,
it was
man,
a lot of fun.
I'm glad to see that the New Year's shooters are still going on.
Yeah.
Especially in today's time where, guns being an issue and, everybody, worried about their dogs and everything, which I get that. But, it's like, hey, man, it's a tradition. And I'm just glad to see that we still have some of them old school traditions around, man. It's part of what makes our small town so unique and special, man, is having these little, traditions and these things that only our area does. Man, that's pretty cool. You can't get that in a big city.
No, definitely not. I think they're really cool. Some of them can get a little crazy at times.
Oh, sure.
Some of those road groups are a little shady.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, man, when I was growing up, my dad, he used to run around with some of them guys. And I think it was a road group, as you called them.
Right.
And they would come up to our house and shoot. I mean, I was shooting muskets, with them guys when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't think you ever really knew that. Man, sure did. My brother, he actually used to follow him around and shoot with. My brother had a musket.
Right.
And I know the first time I ever shot it, you kind of hold it backwards. You got to put your hand on the butt of the gun, and like I hit the ground, dude. I shot it, man. And I mean, pow,
Yeah,
but that was so much fun.
Really?
Man. Oh, yeah. I've only done it once, but like I said, that's one of my more favorite memories when I was growing up, man. Sure did.
I've seen people like lose fingers. And, and it's like, wow, man, that's a lot of power behind those things.
Yeah, like I said,
that's
you can't
crazy.
hold them. Yeah, man, you can't hold them like a
I've
regular.
seen like guns flip and just fucking go up in the air and just fucking go anywhere they want to.
Oh yeah, you got to shoot them backwards, man. Like I said, you got to hold on to the butt of the gun with your palm, and like shoot it like behind you.
Right,
right. It'll dislocate your shoulders. Makes you wonder about how them old guys back in that day, how they handled that. They were just.
I don't think they put that much powder into it.
I would hope not.
No, definitely not.
I would hope not.
We gotta have somebody come in and kind of learn us on, all that stuff. I know a couple guys that actually do some the reenactments.
Oh, really?
Around town. The
Ramsor's Mill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really, man?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to one of those, Mike?
I have. And they're pretty cool. I think they're really cool. Definitely interesting as far as, just kind of seeing, kind of how it was and knowing that I could never. I'm not fit for that.
Nah, dude.
Not fit for that kind of life.
No, sir. Man, that's why I'm so. Anybody knows me knows how anti-war I am. Always been like that. I'm a hippie when it comes to that. I mean, I'm a hardcore leftist hippie when it comes to war and stuff like that. But here a few years ago, I was on a job when I was traveling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We had a job. Me and another guy I was working with, a guy named Raymond Lewis, and we had a job up in Pennsylvania. In fact, it may have been one of the first out-of-state jobs I had. Well, man, we were coming back. We got done. It was, per usual, the job sucked. Not as bad as other jobs I would have at that place, but that job, had some moments. But no, it wasn't too bad. But we're about to come home, and Raymond's like, hey, do you want to take about an extra 3 or 4 hour detour? And I was like, hey, brother, you're driving. He's like, have you ever gone to Gettysburg? I was like, no, but I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg, Just kind of talk about some of the wars and, some of the
What's
local...
the address there?
Jesus. Mike, this is why we can't have nice things, Mike. I had to do it. We got a sampler, everybody. We got a sampler. The PUDs got a sampler for Christmas.
Wow.
Shit'll never be the same. But I did miss the Gettysburg Address, man. I did miss it. But going back, man, Raymond was actually a little bit of an historian about the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And, we didn't get it to go on the tour or anything like that. We just looked at the grounds, We did. Obviously, we went. And Mike, I tell you, brother, it was a certain vibe in the air. Just as soon as you walked out the door, it was like almost like a calmness and a coldness there. I mean, it was surreal.
Yeah.
And Raymond being, like I said, he's somewhat of an historian on that battle. He was pointing to certain places, be like, yeah, man, here's where like the messengers were coming. People would be on that hill picking them off, snipers.
Wow.
And I mean, it's like I had my own like tour guide, but I tell you, man, it was surreal. It really was. It's like you could feel something there, just a stillness, man. It was crazy, bro. It was. I suggest to everybody, if you ever get the chance to go, just be a part of that and experience, that site where that blood was spilled,
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, man. It was, yeah. Well, anyway, on a lighter note.
Yeah, man.
Didn't mean to. We were gone for a week. We come back with all this, war and, bloodshed and all that.
You're listening to NPR.
Yeah, for real, man. Hell. But, Mike, how we were just talking. Well, first of all, where the hell's Pudsworth, bro? Did he have to go back to England? He got deported.
He's like on a 2-week bender from like New Year's.
he's still celebrating. Happy New Year! His apple still ain't dropped.
Yeah.
But Pudsworth is not in the Puds cave today, man. So we gotta shit on him a little bit for that. And we are now accepting applications for new Pudsworth.
That's right.
So yeah. But Mike, how
if you'd like to apply, no experience needed.
Actually, experience is something we're not looking for.
Absolutely
if you have experience,
not.
then do not apply.
Do not expect pay.
Oh, no. Well, you actually get 10% of what we make.
Absolutely.
10% of zero, obviously, is 0.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about 0, man. It's a pretty consistent number.
It is. There's no expectation there.
None.
With a 0.
None.
Yeah.
But Mike, how we were talking about like some of these traditions, like the New Year's shooters and stuff, and how it makes our small town, unique, and it makes it special. And I think every small town and small areas have things like that. But something else that most small towns, including Lincolnton, that we have are like characters, man. Certain people who maybe live a little differently than the norm. Maybe have that sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, man? Personality.
Right.
Unique personalities.
Eccentric.
Eccentric's a great word.
Yeah.
That's a great word. And we're actually going to talk a little bit about that today in our first episode of 2019, Mike. We're actually going to discuss some of our hometown
Lincolnton's characters.
Man. Right. First of all, I don't know if we can get 2 hours worth in this, or we may have to make a trilogy out of this thing. I don't know. I was thinking about that this morning. I'm like, can we talk about Crazy Todd and Kojak for 2 hours?
I'm sure that we can.
Probably.
I'm sure that we can. And even on top of that, there are so many other characters.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Besides them, it's really one of those things that you look at it and it's like the spice.
Yes.
The spice in the bowl that is, just life.
Right, man. And it does. And those, like I said, everybody, if you lived in Lincolnton, whether you're a natural-born citizen of Lincolnton or if you're an implant from somewhere, or transplant, not an implant. Or
implant.
Implant, either way,
implant.
You
could have been, brought here against your will and just...
well, I'm sure that's...
like a suppository and just stuck in there, yeah.
And the hassle of North Carolina. No, that's actually Gastonia.
Hey, now.
Hey, ho, wait, did I say that out loud?
I guess love for the gas town.
I guess I made Lincoln the taint or something.
Good with that.
All right, man. Moving on. No, man, obviously.
What does that make hickory?
The nuts.
Ah!
Nah, man, I love Lincoln. Anybody knows me knows how much that we both are like that.
Yes.
Like, we've always been very pro our town.
Yeah.
Always put over Lincoln. We're not perfect. We have our issues. We have our other characters that we're going to touch on today. That maybe ugly up the place from time to time.
Well,
but still, man,
adds that spice.
the spice, brother.
Yeah.
It is. It's almost like Texas Pete. Man, I put a little Texas Pete on my food, on my mac and cheese, on my grits, something like that. Just right. But man, I don't want to pour the whole fucking bottle on there.
That's nasty.
Oh, I love it.
Grits.
Grits. Texas Pete and grits.
Texas Pete and grits.
Dude, that's like the best,
Oh
man.
man, I don't know.
Oh, dude, give it a
Really?
shot. If you're out there, people, and you like grits and you like Texas Pete and you ain't combined them yet, you are missing out. Oh, yeah, man, but you don't put a whole lot in. You want to spice it up, bro.
Spice it up.
Just a little spicy.
Yeah.
That's all you want, man. Now, like I say, you pour a whole bottle
I
in
like
there.
a lot of butter in my grits.
No, I do too now.
Yeah.
Salt, butter, Texas
Yeah.
Pete. Shit. Man, where can you go wrong? Well, Mike,
What's the butter of Lincolnton?
the butter. Game swap.
Hey, there you go.
There it is, man.
There you
Game
go.
swap,
There you
man.
go. Yeah.
What would that make the podcast? Parquet or some shit?
Vanilla. Vanilla.
Margarine.
Sweet as vanilla, baby. Sweet as vanilla.
Smooth as silk, baby. But, well, Mike, when I think of Lincoln characters, and we've already brought the man's name up. You just want to kick it off with Crazy Todd?
Hey, man. Crazy Todd. Todd. I like calling it just Todd.
See, dude, I don't know if people would know who Todd is.
Right.
Everybody knows
I
Crazy
think
Todd.
I think, people have put that name on him.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I always say, Todd. And usually everybody knows who I'm talking about
Mostly.
whenever, say Todd. Todd this, Todd that, Todd that.
Right.
Kind of, I don't know. Do you know a lot of history about Todd?
Dude, are you talking about like the legit history or the things I've heard over the years?
Okay, let's talk about.
Because there's some urban legends surrounding
There
Todd.
are.
There's a lot of urban legends.
You always hear, this, that, and the other from everybody.
Yeah.
Or what they think or what they know.
Like, for instance, have you heard he's a millionaire?
Right.
I mean, I've heard
Yeah.
that from day one.
He's got a huge house.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
I don't think that's probably true,
No.
man.
No.
I'm still trying to figure out if the guy's actually legitimately quote unquote crazy or not.
Right.
He may be crazy like a fox, man.
Could be.
Mike, sometimes, obviously I'm not homeless, thank
Right.
God. I do think, and man, I'm a guy to get on a slight tirade, a little weighted subject. I think we're all one or two bad breaks away from being homeless.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I've always think.
Yeah.
So I don't judge
No.
when I see people like that. In fact, if I got a couple bucks, man, I'll throw them
Exactly.
to you. Hey,
Yeah.
man, whatever. But sometimes I'll look at these people and I'm like, and I know they struggle and I know they have issues, man. Like even just finding one place to sleep can be an issue.
Yeah.
But man, they're not really tied down either.
That's right.
I wonder sometimes. I'm like, man, is that
is
freedom?
this the life, the gypsy life?
Is this freedom?
Right.
You don't know if you're going to be, able to sleep comfortably tonight or not. But you know what, man? You don't have to wake up and listen to the man tell you what to do. You don't have to wake up at any particular time.
All right.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
man. I'm not saying I would prefer that life. Actually, I would not. I like my schedule. I like my normalcy.
Yeah.
I like having a home. I like having a job. I like my job.
Yeah.
Some people don't. I think about that, Mike.
But then there's the stress for that.
Brother.
On top of that.
Oh, there's a lot of stress,
Yeah.
man. Well, think about all the people who work full time in places they don't like. Like I say, I'm fortunate,
Right.
man. I love where I work.
Yeah.
I won the lottery on my job, man. Always, and I have for the last several years. I've really been lucky with that. But man, I've worked at other places I hated.
Yeah.
I worked at Mohegan Mills.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, man, Mohegan Mills. Good God, Mike Payne, brother.
Yeah.
It was like going to prison every
Yeah.
morning, and you had to go.
Right.
And sometimes I would see these homeless people, and I'm like, well, hell, at least I ain't got to go.
Yeah.
At least I ain't got to go to Mohegan.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, for real, man. Yeah, I know my friend. We're all friends. Patrick.
Yeah.
P Dog, man. Patrick Woody. I don't know if P Dog listens or not. Maybe you should. If you're not, you should. You should.
You better be.
But man, Patrick. He worked at Mohegan. That's where me and Patrick became friends, man. And Patrick, Patrick taught me a lot about life because, Patrick being a black man, and he could help me see things that maybe white people don't see as
Right.
much. It just is what it is,
exactly.
man. If you want to open your mind to other people, then get to know those people,
That's right.
and become friends, not just know them and try to talk, but actually relate and connect, like me and Patrick did from like day one, man.
All right.
Dude, let me tell you a little quick story about Mohegan Mills and Patrick Woody, man. First day on the job, man. It was right at 1998. It just happened. It may have been the first Monday, in 1998. I'm nervous. First day, I'm with my lead man. He's showing me around. Patrick came up and my lead's name was Parker. That was his name. It was his last name. We all called him Parker. Patrick walks up. I don't know the man from nobody. Never met him. Never spoke to the man. Patrick said, "Hey, what's up, man?" Looking at me, I say, "What's up, man?" He looks at Parker and say, "Hey, man, what year is it?" And Parker says, "It's 1998, Patrick." He said, "What'd I tell you about 1998?" That you don't give a fuck, Patrick. He was like, "I'm telling you again, man, it's 1998, and I don't give a fuck, man." So Parker's like, "Hey, do you want to show the new guy around?" P-Dog was like, "Yeah, man, come on." We just hit it off, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I can't even remember my exact point, man. I think I went around such in a big circle. I don't know how to bring it back to my original point. Oh, it's just about how work sucks.
Yeah.
And one of my first, I guess, like, racial type things is when me and Patrick were talking. We had a rough day, man. And, dude, they treated us like shit on that dock. And Patrick looked at me, man, because we'd always sneak off. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Patrick kind of the same age. We're buddies. Everybody else got on their nerves a little bit. But we're eating, man, and just bitching about the day. And Patrick said, "Man, out here, brother." I'm not going to say the exact wording.
Yeah.
But he just said something to the fact out here, man, we're all a quote-unquote N-word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously. And I was like, damn, dude, for real, because, man, we were just not respected, man. We were not given any. We were numbers.
Yeah.
We were cogs in the machine.
Yeah.
So I look at, like, going to work at Mohegan versus being homeless. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you do?
You know what? Where do you kind of, Anyway, man, I know we try to keep the podcast a little lighter than what I'm talking about now, but it did.
Hey,
maybe
2019, man.
We
don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck, man. What year is it? Just like my man Pete would say,
hey,
I don't give a fuck,
I don't give a fuck.
And that's why I got to look at somebody like quote-unquote Crazy Todd, man. How crazy is he?
Right.
Maybe he is a millionaire. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe the man is rich, but not in a monetary fashion.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Maybe he knows. Maybe he's more woke than anybody else.
Amen, brother. Amen. I mean, you just don't know.
Of course, then there's times where, it wasn't too long ago that got himself stuck in one of the manhole gutters.
Yes.
There at Walgreens and had to be pulled out by a police officer.
He did. He burned down the Carolina motel.
Well, yeah,
that's a legend.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't really got that confirmed, but I think he did, man. I think he really
possible.
burned down.
It's possible that could have happened like that. Of course, was that good for the good or the bad?
Oh, hey, brother, I think it's for the good.
I mean, that place was already gone, dilapidated.
It was terrible. It was a crack house,
man. The only thing that didn't, that was not good about that was the Carolina restaurant.
The restaurant was off the chain.
Yeah,
brother.
that was really, really good. I love. Dad and I would go get breakfast there on Sunday morning.
Yes, sir, man. Some of the best gravy biscuits ever, man. That was always my favorite meal at that place. Now the Carolina Motel, 1 out of 10. Carolina Motel restaurant, 10 out of 10.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I stayed up there one night. I had a girl and everything.
Get the hell out of here.
And I wasn't aware of what it was, and I was staying at Mom and Dad's. This was years ago, man. I was kind of in between homes and had a girl, man, she was wanting to spend the night, and it was kind of weird at the house. So I was like, well, we'll just go get some room. Well, hell, being from Lincolnton, and I was younger, dude. This is like I said, this has been well over a decade, maybe 15 years ago or something. And so I went up to the Carolina Motel. Ask us how long me and her were in that room before we went and got another room. 3 minutes.
Get out.
3 minutes. We walked in. I looked around like, okay, let's go. And we went somewhere else. But, yeah, man, it was. I feared for us. Like, I was legitimately fearing for us because you could smell the drugs being smoked.
Fuck.
I don't know if it was meth or crack, but there was something. There was something in the air, brother, and it was not a good thing. The room was broke down, but yeah, like I said, at the same time, the quote unquote Crazy Todd.
Just brush those needles off of there.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
How many dead hookers you think were buried in that
place?
place?
Oh my God. That's why I was going to that. That was my next go-to. It was like the cleansing by fire of that place.
That's it. That's exactly it.
But of course, a Super Walmart has to go on top of it.
Yeah.
Which is, that's just, you're going back to the poltergeist, building your house on, the graves of, dead hookers.
Dead hookers.
Yeah.
I swear that hardware
And
department is
OD,
haunted, man.
you know.
Yeah, and, yeah, you know,
everybody
OD cases.
OD victims and dead hookers.
I swear, man, where they sell like the light extensions and stuff in there in the hardware section, you can hear the faint screams of dead hookers, man, or as they're being strangled.
Right.
You can hear it, dude, if you listen really closely at a certain time of night.
Yeah.
You know?
You can hear it in the freezer in the Walmart.
Seriously, man. Nah, that place.
No, I was working at Walmart when I worked at Walmart there, and it was third shift. And I remember one night, all the lights went out, and I worked back in the dairy part, in that freezer, or the cooler.
Right.
And
which is what they used to call the parking lot of Carolina Motel, the cooler.
Yeah, right. There you go, the cooler. The lights went out. Everything, the whole place.
Right.
Just boom. Everything in Walmart just went black. Now I'm in there, and it's got an automatic door lock.
Right.
You can't get out of this fucker.
Right.
So I'm
Man,
trying
you're
to figure
in.
out. I was like, what the hell do I do here? I'm not gonna freeze to death in here. I'm gonna wind up crawling through the milk shelves. I'm not gonna be stuck in here, goddamn.
I'll be looking like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible. You know?
Yeah.
We need that music
Head first,
sample,
man. Like the milk section just gave birth to me.
We'll probably like looking like he's crawling through the jungles of Vietnam, but it's really milk cartons.
All right. Ooh, how many? That's a good question. How many births do you think happened up
At the Carolina Motel?
Carolina Motel, son.
Bro, births inside it or just conceptions?
No, births, actual live births.
I don't know, man. I've never heard of that.
That's a good question.
I
I
hope
think
none.
it is. Come on, there had to be
Somebody
There had to be.
born into it, man. Born into the motel. Maybe Crazy Todd was.
Ooh.
Hey.
How long has that been around?
God, the Carolina Motel, bro, it was around forever back in. I mean, it was dude,
Back at the Battle Ripsor.
yeah. Mr. Lincoln, the guy that they named Lincoln County after Van started that motherfucker. But dude, back in the day, it was a nice hotel though.
Right.
A motel. I mean,
Right.
it was only one in town.
Yeah.
So back in the day, man, it was actually you could sleep there overnight and not worry about being robbed or burned
That's
down.
true. That's true.
It really was, man.
This is true. It just got.
I think when everything else started building up, it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy because you look at, back then it was Carolina Motel. Then what?
Was it the Comfort Inn, the next one that came to town? The one up there off of 27? And
No, the one over Town and Country.
Oh, Days Inn?
Is that Days
Inn
Inn over there?
Sure, you're right, man. It was Days Inn. Yeah.
And basically that became Carolina Motel.
Now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I've never stayed in that one, but I've heard stories that
I stayed in there one time. Right. This was back in 2002. This was back at the big ice storm.
Okay.
And we lost power.
Oh, right.
And that was like one of the only places that had like generated power.
Right.
And I remember staying there one night just to keep it warm because, our power during that ice storm was just out.
Yeah.
It was just completely out for like a week or so.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that storm.
It was the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, I do remember.
That was tough.
We actually had power where I was at the time.
Really?
I remember that. Yeah, well, I think we were out for like 2 or 3 days, something like that, but it did come back. Yeah.
Town was completely out, man. It was just like, wow. And that, you get to thinking about that, losing the power for that long, which seemed like forever, but wasn't really that long. You think about, people out there, the homeless, what they have to go through consistently.
And that's one thing that I've always done, brother. If I've got $2 in my pocket, I'll give you $1.
Right.
Now you ain't getting my last one. That is my rule. I say I'll give you. If I got 2, you get 1, but you ain't getting that last one.
Right.
I gotta have that one for myself.
Yeah.
I know people's like, I won't give homeless people money because they're just going to go out here and get drugs or alcohol. And I'm like, if I was homeless, that would be the absolute first fucking thing I would do. I mean, hell, man. I mean, how are we going to get on to people?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, man. I know other people's like, I'll go buy them food.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that. You're doing something. Man, I ain't trying to put myself over, Mike, but, here, it's been a while back. I was at Walmart, and this guy, he was disabled. He had a physical disability. and he was asking for money, you know, and hell, I didn't know he was disabled, man, until he came up to my car and he's all limping, and you know he was pretty bad off, and I felt bad even making him walk to the car. I was like, shit, man, I'd have brought it to you.
Right.
But you know, I handed him a couple bucks, and he was like, hey, man, thank you. I just want something to eat. He's like, I promise you, I'm not going to get drugs or alcohol. And I was like, hey, look, man, I don't care if you do. It's your money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just gave it to you.
Yeah.
You can do with it what you want.
Exactly.
You know, so I went and got him something to eat
Right.
too. I say, hey, man, you know, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. I'm gonna grab you something. Meet me back here in about 30 minutes, whatever. And but that always kind of aggravates me with people. It's like, well, I won't give them money. And I'm like, you know, motherfucker, you're living up here on the house and on the hill.
Right.
You know, you go to church every Sunday. Now you give the preacher 10% of your damn income.
Yeah, exactly.
But you ain't gonna give this bum.
Exactly.
Or not. Let me rephrase. I don't want to say bum.
Yeah.
You give this homeless person. You know, you will not give this homeless person money because you're quote unquote scared they may use it for drugs or alcohol.
Right. Yeah.
Well, man, once again, put yourself in their shoes, man. Maybe a beer will help them sleep tonight.
Right.
You know, maybe a pill will help them get some sleep, man. Maybe that's what they need, man.
Right.
I mean, who am I to judge? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I mean, but on that flip side of that coin, you also now use this as an example because I'm in a stationary spot
Right.
to where somebody will come in and ask for money,
Right.
which you try to help out, but then it becomes a routine thing.
Yeah.
and you start feeling like the ATM.
That's their job.
Right.
That's actually what they do now.
Yes.
You know, I get that too,
Yeah.
man.
Because
And,
there is actual, and he fits in that character mode of one of the local, Lincolnton characters, and he will always ask. It doesn't matter when, or who, or where.
Right.
$3.
$3. Yep.
From each person. He'll stop. He'll come into your business. He'll stop you on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
He'll stop you in a vehicle.
Yeah.
In
I know
a
what you're
vehicle,
saying.
and he's
Yeah.
had to be just run off
Right.
quite a few times because he comes at you and he's got these crazy eyes.
Yeah, I know
You
you're
know?
talking about, man. Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just straight for you,
Yep.
but he's tall,
And he catches your
crazy
eyes,
look,
and he'll
he's like boom, lock onto you.
yeah,
and
it's beelines
heat
it,
seek,
man.
heat
Yeah.
seek.
Yes, it's like a heat seeker. Yeah, but
But he came in one day, and this was my point where I was like, shit, because he was wanting it. He came in to ask if I could give him change for something.
right. Got change for 100?
No, well, no, this motherfucker. He needed some like he wanted to get rid of some of the ones,
Right.
so he needed a bigger bill.
God,
This
almighty.
motherfucker
That
pulls
kinda
out a
aggravates you, you know?
goddamn wad like that, and that
Yeah,
was the day
yeah,
that I
yeah.
was like, shit.
Okay, man, fuck you. Yeah, I get that, man, and I get that.
But is it a job? Is it a hustle? Is a what do you put it under?
I mean, that's what I'm saying,
Is
man.
he smarter than us?
I think so. Sometimes, man, I
mean,
was watching a little documentary, and I know, man, we got to get back on our point. Dude, we're just over here
This
on...
is.
It
Yeah.
does relate, man, but I was actually watching a documentary, and I think it was up in Seattle, and they were showing people that were... the heroin epidemic up there, at least a few years ago, was really bad. I don't know about now. But they had a little documentary, and this guy, that's what he did. He panhandled. He just would go to car. Dude, this guy was pulling down like $2,000 a day.
right.
And I'm just like, I need to get your...
I am stupid as shit.
I mean, really.
I'm a stupid ass.
Which brings it back. Are those people crazy, quote unquote crazy? Or are they crazy like a fox?
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know, like I said, I know the show's not about homeless people and giving money. It, to me, Mike, is, and I tell you the two things that kill me. No, and I get worked every time. If you got kids or a dog with you, you're getting my money, man. I mean, you just are.
Right.
You're getting a couple
Yeah.
dollars, man. And I think
Yeah.
they know that. Once again, are they, are they
Right.
pulling a swerve, or they just got it figured out?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
I know.
Once again,
It really is.
can we call Todd crazy or not? Because, man, the man's obviously not malnourished. I mean, the guy's a freaking ox.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Jesus, man, he's eating well because, like
Yeah.
I said, man, he's in tremendous shape.
Right.
I mean, anybody that's ever seen Todd, man, he's built like a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a big guy.
He's definitely
man.
gotten smaller over the years.
Over the years,
Yeah,
sure,
as he's
sure.
gotten older.
Right, but man, back in his day, I mean, you see him walking around with no shirt on, man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like he's straight, just
Sun's out, guns out.
yeah.
You know?
Let me ask you, Mike. Do you remember the first time you saw Crazy Todd?
Yes, I do. I was probably in middle school. Because God, and this is another whole nother conversation for another time. I used to, because I lived in Westlake.
Yeah, you're down in Vale.
Now,
Yeah.
way the fuck
Yeah.
up there.
I
you
mean,
know?
way
Yeah.
in. I mean, you live like in the middle of a field.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Literally. I mean,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, and I hate it. But that was the thing. We didn't get to town like a whole lot.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Right.
Because everything was around that area. It closed down at 6 o'clock.
You had like one gas station.
Oh
up
God!
there.
No,
Warlick's.
there was two.
There were two gas stations.
Yeah. Well,
What? Y'all
yeah.
had two? I thought y'all had one.
No, there was. The. That's all. There was Cat Square Superette.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's where. Yeah, they actually
And
have
Warlick's,
a cat.
yeah.
And Warlick's. Warlick's was the big one.
Yeah.
Because they had the pool tables, and we go up there and shoot.
I think it
once
was
in a while.
Dan's now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
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 But I forgot about the Cat Square.
Yeah, man.
Now, anybody that doesn't know the town of, and it is a town. It is considered to be a town. The town
It's
of
its own character unto itself.
That is a character. Cat
Yeah.
Square is a character. But there's literally in the one intersection in town where that store's at, there is a square painted at the crossroads right there with a picture of a cat's
Yeah.
face, and it's a cartoony type cat.
Yeah.
And it's once again, it's a character within
It's
itself,
character
man. It
unto
really
itself.
is.
Cat Square.
Cat Square. It's
Get
like,
it?
What? There it is.
Get
I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. It's pretty cut and dry, man.
There you go. But at any rate, I was in middle school, and I remember coming down, and it was with everybody, dad, mom, my sister, going down Main Street, and
Come on, kids, we're going to town.
going to town, going straight through town. I believe it was around the car wash area.
Oh yeah.
And I saw Todd.
And you know
out
how
there.
country we are when you say the car wash area, and it's like, oh yeah, I know, not what car wash,
On Main Street, right
Yes.
there.
the car wash,
The car wash. There he was, and his pink leotard, and tank top,
Yeah, that's it.
and I was like, wow,
You don't see that every day.
don't, just don't.
I tell
Which
you.
I don't think it really made that much of an impact on me, but it was one of those things like, okay,
That's different.
that's different.
That's different.
That's different.
Dude, I remember the first time I saw him. Same thing. He had on and once again, just to kind of describe Todd. Todd is like once again very muscular, big black man.
Uh-huh.
The first time I saw, and he has a cart, which we talked about his cart here a few weeks ago.
Okay.
The cart's a character to itself.
It is.
Or with the ones
Yes,
he
it
still
is.
has now. The damn assholes threw it away. But
Right,
we
right,
won't
yeah.
talk, we will
We'll
get into
talk
that
about that.
maybe here in just a
Get that one.
minute.
That's sensitive.
Yeah, that's a very sensitive
Yeah.
subject to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Come to find out. But man, we were I don't know how young I was, because we grew up close to town. So I would go to town fairly often. It's a little, not like you guys being out in the country.
Right.
But you guys were really, y'all are in the holler.
Yeah.
Like I was from the
Yeah.
country, y'all from the holler.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
difference.
true, yeah.
Then you got the sticks.
The sticks. No, that was
Well,
definitely sticks.
You were in the sticks.
definitely
yeah,
in
yeah,
sticks.
Yeah.
You can go up toward the holler more than the mountains.
The mountains was
Yeah.
up. That's more
Yeah.
the holler,
Yeah.
know. But like I said, I was country, so I was around the city or the town of Lincolnton a little bit more often. I forget how I was a kid, man. I was young, but I saw Todd in a pink nightie or leotard, whatever, and he had a blonde wig.
Wow.
Once again, okay, that's different. But what really stuck out to me was his cart. Because now his cart was still pretty much a baby cart at the time. He
Right,
did a bit.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, dude,
yeah,
the ones he has now can get Wi-Fi. I mean, there's some bitch you can see from space.
It's like a
man.
transformer.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bigger than him,
Yeah.
now. But this one was still a regular sized cart. It had started getting filled up. But Mike, the thing that really stuck out to me, and as a kid, and even as an adult, I laughed and just thought it was hilarious. Is he had a fan, a blue fan blade, like like a rotating fan.
Yeah, yeah.
He had it on the front of the cart like it was an airplane,
Nice.
like a propeller or something. I laughed. I just thought that was the funniest thing, man. But yeah, that was my first introduction to once again, quote unquote, Crazy Todd, man.
Right.
And he's part of this town, man.
Right.
If something ever happened to Crazy Todd, dude, I don't know what Lincoln would do. I mean,
Right. You have to put a memorial.
a statue, and
With
with
a giant cart. Yeah.
the cart,
Yeah. A giant cart.
But I mean, I've seen this man like shadow boxing in front of Walgreens, dancing in front of like
Right.
Wendy's. In fact, it was a viral video. Well, not viral, but it did go viral among Lincolnton people.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, it
yeah.
was viral for our community. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, man.
All right. You talk about different behaviors and stuff. Let's go. Let's push it a little bit further.
Oh hell.
And because you pick up on some of the lewd behavior,
Y'all,
especially associated around that car
the
wash.
car wash.
Yeah.
Now I'm fortunate, Mike. I've never seen Todd bathe in the car wash, but I know people that have.
Right.
First and foremost, apparently Todd is blessed. Like I said, I'm once again I've
Well,
luckily
you go back to the rich in other ways.
Yeah, there you go, brother. Once again, I mean it's almost legendary.
Right.
And his
Right.
his assets, let's say.
Yeah. He's got a big dick.
He's got a huge cock, apparently,
Yeah,
people.
okay.
Nobody in this room has seen. Have you seen it?
No.
I've never seen
No.
it, man. No, but I've heard.
No.
I've heard many.
I've heard
people.
he's attached a vacuum cleaner to it though.
No shit. I've never heard that.
I'd heard that somebody
Did it
was
work?
there. Somebody, a friend had
Clogged it up.
driven by there, and he had the hose on
I
it.
had really.
Right.
Once again, is he really crazy?
Hey,
I mean, sounds like he's got it figured out.
hey, man. Yeah.
Best 50 cent he ever spent.
Hey, there you go. You go to the car wash, or you go to the Carolina Motel. Spend 50 cents over here at the car wash.
Spend 50 more cent at the hotel.
Hey.
Good to go, man. God damn, no, I've never heard
It
that,
doesn't
Mike.
take a math genius.
No, yeah, hey, man. I'm saying you don't have to split the atom to figure that one out,
Oh.
brother. Dude, I've never heard that. I've never heard that he
Really?
had the vacuum
Yeah.
cleaner.
Yeah.
So I guess it clogged it up.
Hey.
It ain't been the same since.
It never worked since.
Dude, I'm glad I haven't really used that vacuum in years. Obviously,
Yeah.
the place shut down now anyway,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
geez.
That's what shut it down.
No shit. Well, the way I hear that would do the job. Well, hey, man, what about another character that I definitely want to get? I can't believe we've gone this long just talking about Crazy Todd.
Oh,
And,
dude.
Well, we
Yeah,
talked a
could.
lot. Well,
There's probably still more.
oh, dude, we might swing
For
back
sure,
because
yeah.
we haven't really gotten into his cart yet. You know, we'll swing back to the cart. But, man, I want to talk a little bit about Kojak, bro.
Hey, Kenny, man.
Kenny, man.
Yeah.
What you know, Kenny and Crazy Todd are a little bit different though,
For
as
sure.
far as personality
Yeah.
and just overall, I guess the way they're viewed in the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think some people, including myself, man, we're a little skittish of Crazy Todd because, well, he's crazy, I guess, or you know.
I don't think I ever have been.
Really, man, I think just because he's so big,
Right, right.
and kind of unpredictable, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Whereas Kenny was also always more approachable.
yeah.
Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Maybe approachable, cause I know people that's talk to Crazy Todd. I mean,
Right.
You know, everybody seems cool, but I've just been a little hesitant, just given the man's size.
Yeah, well, I know there's points where Todd's really cool, but there are points where Todd can be kind of
Unpredictable, maybe.
unpredictable, maybe aggressive,
Yeah, there you
not in
go.
the meaning to.
Right. Maybe a little hostile, but not.
Yeah,
Not.
yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
See, whereas as Kojak or Kenny, you know, I always knew him as Kenny. I didn't even hear the
Yeah.
Kojak name until a lot later in life, man.
Right.
But I know Kenny and was friends with another friend of ours, Chris Schrontz, you know, back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Schrontzy and those guys were pretty close because Kenny would hang out a lot at City Lunch.
Yeah,
And which almost City Lunch is almost a character to itself as well.
that's true.
Well, I think we want to talk about businesses at some other point, but
Yeah,
some of these businesses do kind of there's some crossover.
yeah,
You know, because I think
For
Itz,
sure.
you know, Itz was a character in Lincoln. Obviously, unfortunately, it's gone now.
All right.
City Lunch is hanging on, brother.
yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
but we would always see Kenny in there and Schroncy, man. It always used to trip me out, but he would start preaching to Kenny. He'd go, "Oh, sweet Jesus."
Uh huh.
And then Kenny would get going, man, and
Yeah,
he'd be like,
yeah.
"Oh, sweet Jesus, man."
Yep.
And dude, I would just, you know, I've always, and I look back, I'm like, man, were we making fun or were we laughing with? You know, in other words,
Right,
were we
right.
laughing at or laughing with? Because I never felt like we were laughing at him, but
No.
but you know, man, in hindsight, maybe we were making a little bit of fun. You know, just a slight bit. You
I
know,
don't think so. I think it's one of those things where you just
well, he enjoyed it. I mean, he
that's
would
the thing.
laugh.
It's
and,
just like nothing more, more than we do to each other.
No, that's the truth,
that's
brother.
the thing.
No, man, the way we do each other is
Right.
10 times more brutal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
For
man,
sure.
that's on. I mean, that's
You know?
any day of the
That's
week.
right. See, that's the thing. I've always been one of those people. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't talk to you.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah.
If I liked you, I'm gonna pick at you
And fuck with you.
and fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always tell how I like somebody by how much I will do that.
Yeah.
You know, if I mean, I'll push it, man. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Oh, yeah.
cool and we're down. Like some of them old wrestling guys, you know, man,
Yeah.
Jesus, they could get just downright
Yeah.
brutal. Sometimes even hurt your feelings a little bit. I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie. I
Yeah.
walked away. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I mean, F y'all. And then I'd be like, oh, God. Did they mean all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Exactly.
I can be a little bit of a softie, you know, but Kenny, man, you know, a couple things when you talk about Kojak. You
Yeah.
got to bring up, one, you got to bring up his loyalty to the Lincolnton band,
Oh,
to the
yeah.
marching band.
Marching band, football team,
He is a staple.
just the school in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, man, you know, Mike, I'd even take just a half a step further, man, just the community in
Yeah.
general.
For sure.
But, you know, we love our football in
Yeah.
Lincolnton, man. You know, we always have and always will. Football, local high school football is huge here.
Yeah.
And we've always had good teams, you know. And I think a lot of that might have to do with Kojak's spiritual, you know.
It is.
You know.
It's like that. Oh, I don't know what you call it. That other.
Almost like a good luck charm in a way.
That other man.
That
in the
motivation.
team. Yeah.
You know, it's like you look at Kojak and you may just go that
It's like
extra mile.
It's like almost like a mascot. As far as
To a degree.
it's
to
like a
degree.
spiritual mascot.
It really is, man. He's almost captain of the football team,
Right.
And the band, you know, because
Yeah.
the band was more his thing.
Yeah,
You know, he
right.
followed that band around, and he would
Yeah.
ring the bell. You know, we'd have that big bell
Yep.
that we would take, and you know, every time you get a touchdown, you'd ring the bell, and
Yep.
that was always Kojak's job.
Yeah.
But you know, man, I know as society goes on and we become a little bit more aware of certain things, you know, there's been a little animosity toward police and stuff, you know, in the media. Understandable on some things, maybe not so much on other things, whatever. But you know, one thing about the local police around here, it kind of a character to themselves. Man, they've
Right.
always been cool to like Kenny
Yeah.
and even to Todd. You know, there was actually a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. But I always heard the rumor that they would arrest Todd when it started getting cold for
Yeah.
something. They would figure some reason to
Uh-huh.
arrest him. They'd keep him in jail until it warmed up, and then they'd let him go. I don't know
Right.
if that still goes on or not.
Right.
But you know, you see Kojak riding around with the cops all in the front seat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they'd ride him around, man,
Yeah.
and help him out. And
That's right.
I think overall, now granted, man, in any
Now
group,
Kojak will be quick to give you a ticket though.
boy howdy, I gotta tell you my Kojak story, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Great segue. Okay, man, let me I gotta go back in time just a little bit.
Okay.
But you know, here lately, man, we've talked a lot about WSGE, Gaston College Radio.
Yes.
You know, because we just had the holiday special that dropped. You know,
Uh-huh.
not long ago, had a lot of good reviews and feedback on that. If you haven't checked out the holiday special, doing the Through the Ropes retrospective, I highly recommend it. Kind of gives you a little look into what started us and everything.
Right.
Anyway, enough of the plug of the show. But back in that time when we were taking classes, one of our instructors, we had two. We had Ben Hicks and we had Hattie Leeper. And I think I've discussed Hattie on this show before. I think when Chris Baker was in the studio, we talked a little bit about Hattie. But let me just give you a little bit of a background on Hattie Leeper. Hattie Leeper was an older lady at this time. You
Uh-huh.
know, she's still alive, man. She's still kicking, doing great. Hattie is one of the classiest ladies you will ever meet in your life, man. She drove Cadillacs, man. Brother, she built herself up in the music industry.
Right.
The first black woman in North Carolina radio. I thought it was Charlotte, but come to find out it was North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, she was the first black woman. She wasn't the first black person, but the first black woman
All right.
to be on the radio. She knew James Brown. We told you the James Brown
Yeah.
story. If you
Oh,
want to go
yeah.
back and hear the James Brown story, look at the Rock and Roll Radio. Worth the view.
Absolutely.
Worth the listen
Yeah.
to hear that James Brown story. But anyway, man, Hattie, there was nobody classier. Like I said, man, this lady drove a Cadillac, man. She dressed to the tens every day, man. Just one of the most awesome people you'll ever meet, man.
Yeah.
She's a character in herself.
Right.
I mean, dude, we could do a podcast on Hattie Leeper, period, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, you know, City Lunch may not be the stereotypical place you would find Hattie Leeper.
Right,
Let's put it like
right.
that, you know. Like I said, Hattie was to the tens, man. You know, City Lunch, man, is kind of for the regular people, you know, for the working class.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
man. Which I'm not saying Hattie wasn't working class or regular, but you know, man, Hattie was kind of fancy, man. Let's just put it as it is, man.
Okay.
Hattie was kind of fancy.
Huh?
Well, man, we always loved city lunch, man. Still do. You know, so every day we would go, me, Two Dogs, Christo, Smiley Stewart. A lot of times we would load up and we would ride down to Lincolnton because we were taking our classes in Gastonia. We'd ride down Lincoln and we'd hit City Lunch. That was kind of our headquarters. We actually called City Lunch the headquarters, you know. Well, man, we started talking to Hattie one day. It's like, you need to come with us. And she was like, I don't know, you know. And we're like, Hattie, best hot dogs ever.
Right.
She was like, okay, I'm going to come with you guys. So we loaded up Hattie, man. We brought her down to L-Town. We took her to City Lunch. Needless to say, she loved it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess who was in City Lunch that day? Who's always in City Lunch? Kojak.
All right.
So you know me. I had to show off a little bit. It's my town.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah.
people. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You know, so I was like, oh, yeah, I know all these people, you know. And so I said something to Kojak, and I was like, oh, sweet Jesus, or something like that. Well, he starts going. Well, he comes over, you know, because I knew Kenny a little bit, you know. And, man, he starts talking, and he's like, I'm going to write you up. And, you know, man, he always had that little badge with him, too, that little toy badge, you know, that the cops gave him.
Yeah.
You know, he was like an unofficial deputy.
Yeah.
He was pretty
Yeah,
much
he was.
deputized.
Yeah.
Man, he wrote up Hattie Leaper. And we did not know what to think about that. Now, Hattie was loving it, man. She was laughing. But, you know, he just scribbled something and handed you the sheet of paper, you know, out of his little notebook.
Yeah.
But Hattie, dude, thought that was the funniest thing. And from that point forward, like I said, dude, me, Hattie, Christo, Two Dogs, Smiley, we had a very... Chris Baker was in that group. E-Man as well. Now, they
Yeah.
weren't with us, but those guys were in that little clique.
Right.
Man, after that day, we had a bond that I just can't explain. But Hattie's inside joke to us is like, all right, if you boys don't do better, I'm going to write you up.
Oh.
And she talked about that, man, for the remainder of our time in school. But it was such a weird meeting of the worlds, man, because you
Yeah.
have Kojak
Yeah.
over here who, you know, who's not homeless per se, man, but he's definitely quote unquote in the streets. Let's put it like
Right,
that.
right.
Man. You see him
Yeah.
walking around,
Yeah.
man. He is very much part of this community.
Yeah.
You're not going to see him in a 5-star restaurant.
Right.
But Hattie Leaper, you would absolutely see in a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
And just to have those two worlds kind
Yeah.
of meet at City Lunch,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was, like I say, always held a special place to me and our people. It was just something else, man. It was just. But
I think that's what puts Lincolnton where it's at.
it is,
Yeah.
man. It's that charm.
Because of that.
It's charm.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of charm, but it's
these so many of these worlds that come together and there's characters that come together too.
and mesh. And,
Yeah.
and once again, dude, when you put it in a place like City Lunch,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't
yeah.
get any
Yeah.
better, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just one of my favorite stories because Hattie just from that point forward was like, I'm going to write you up. You know, if we did something or if we got a little bit too loud in class or
Yeah.
maybe we didn't
Yeah.
turn in our homework on time,
All right.
you know, something like that. She was like, I'm writing you boys up. But she would only say that to us because of that experience she had with Kojak at City Lunch. And like I said, man, she just, you know, and he hung out, he talked with us a little bit, you know, and just kind of, you know, it's like Hattie was saying, you know, just soaking in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and that's what it was, man. And it was
Yeah.
just one of my all-time favorite experiences, just seeing this, you know, these two completely different types of people come together and have fun and share a joke and share, you know, just an experience, man.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good time. It's just one of my favorite stories, man.
Now, speaking of writing tickets, do you remember Ernie?
Ernie and Frank?
Yeah, Ernie and Frank.
How can you not talk about those guys?
Yeah. Okay. Ernie and Frank were two officers.
Yeah, beat cops, I guess you could call them.
Basically, beat cops.
Yeah.
That I knew, you know, on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
for cruising.
For cruising
Yes.
downtown.
Kind of got to even bring up cruising because cruising itself was
Yeah.
a little bit of a character within
It was.
itself. It was an
It was.
institution. Man, I wonder how many people got conceived because of cruising. A lot of marriages. Say what now?
All of them?
Everybody,
Huh?
pretty much, man. If you're over the age
Each
of
one.
if you're over the age of 30 in Lincolnton, you
Yeah.
probably got conceived during
Yeah.
cruising at some point.
Right. Yeah.
But everybody, yeah,
No, but yeah, it was that was a fun time.
dude,
Yeah.
those guys were cool.
Yeah.
They let people get by with a lot. You can't get by.
No.
With the stuff that I would see people like flip their hats off, like seriously, be drunk. I mean, underage. Man, he busted us one
I
time.
was like, really?
Yeah, man, Ernie.
Get out.
Ernie busted us and he let us go, man.
Ah.
We were up at the Pizza Hut. I was dude, I was ripped.
Yeah.
One of the first times I ever drank. I mean,
Yeah.
I was younger, man. I was probably about 16, 17 at
Right.
the time. And I mean, I was hammered.
Yeah.
And he came and said, "What you boys doing?" I forget who I was with. You know how it was
Yeah, that
cruising.
flashlight?
Yes.
Yep,
right in my
yep,
eyes.
yep,
And I'm
yep.
just like, hey, hey, what's up, Ernie?
Yeah.
You know? And,
Oh, yeah.
but
Oh.
he let us go. He let us
that
go,
right?
man. Yeah.
Is that right?
He was like, y'all stay out of trouble.
Ah, damn.
Let me tell you a story my mom told me about, I don't know if it was Frank or Ernie, I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
Now, dude, this just goes to show you how much times have changed. But they were in ITS, you know,
Yeah.
because apparently Mom would always tell, and then we did it too, man. You go to ITS, kind of be your turnaround spot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Or you go get your setup to mix your booze in, you know, and then
Yeah.
come on back through town. Well, they were up at ITS hanging out, and they played a joke on Ernie or Frank. I don't know which one,
Uh-huh.
but they popped the hood. And my mom and some of her girlfriends, I think, and I maybe get my story a little mixed up, but they were under the hood, and Frank's like, or Ernie, whoever, I think it was Ernie, whoever the older one was, I think that was Ernie. So, well, let me help you guys out. So he sticks his head up under the hood, and man, they just lay on the horn, and dude, he like hits his head, you know, gets pissed, and nothing was wrong with the car, they were just fucking with Ernie.
Right.
And but he was cool about it.
Yeah.
You know, I think he
Yeah.
might have yelled or they might have had some back and forth, but
Yeah.
nobody got arrested.
Right.
Dude, you do that shit to a cop now, you're going to get your
Oh,
ass
yeah.
kicked.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to
Yeah.
straight up Rodney King your
Yeah.
ass if you do that
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Even in Lincolnton, you're probably going
Right.
to get your ass whipped.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, you know, how different it was. And
Oh,
how
yeah, for sure.
more,
You
I
know?
guess, fun it could be, but it was
Yeah.
also a bit more reckless
Oh,
back
yeah.
then. You know?
Yeah. He could run them off. You know, he'd run people off if they were
Sure.
doing some dumb shit, you know?
Sure.
But that was another thing, though, is I know he would check on a lot of the businesses downtown.
Right.
Make sure everything, you know, all the
Was
doors
cool.
locked and everything
Yeah.
like that. But no, it was a lot of fun times. I hate it, you know, because that was a fun time of life.
It was the only
That
thing
was
really to do
cruising.
around here, man.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
Man. Some of my favorite stories.
I think even if we did have shit to do around here,
Cruising-
I think cruising was it.
And dude, people would come from miles.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I remember hearing about people coming from Tennessee. Swear to God.
Yeah.
That's legit story,
Yeah.
man. People would drive all the way from Tennessee
Yeah.
and surrounding states
Right.
just to be able to cruise Lincoln. Now, on the downside of that, now, brother, if you were in that line and you had to take a piss, you're either pissing in a bottle
Yeah.
or you're just going to have to pray to God you
Yeah.
don't piss your pants because, man,
Well, you could run back behind one of the alleys.
because your car's
sure.
not going to move.
No.
I mean, that was the
Yeah.
thing, dude. It would literally take 3 to 4 hours to do one. I mean, swear, and that's a
Yeah.
shoot.
That is.
That's a hand to
Yeah.
God shoot.
Oh, we listened to a lot of albums.
Yeah, we did, man. I tell you what I always loved doing is I'd either drive up there and park somewhere and just walk or have somebody pick me up. And, dude, you'd always get a ride home.
Uh-huh.
I mean, dude, you would just jump in
Always.
different cars.
Yeah, you never know who was taking you home or
Or who's
who
going to
you were
pick you
gonna
up.
stay with.
Yeah, you never knew, man.
Never knew.
It just depended on what they had.
Friday
Hey,
night, son.
let's go.
Yeah.
hey, man, I got a bottle of booze in here. I got some canned shaker.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man,
The
I got
closest thing I've ever seen as far as capturing that vibe was Days of Confused.
perfect, which is my favorite movie of all
Yeah.
time. For good reason,
Yeah.
man, because it reminds me.
Even though it was set in the 70s, it still had that vibe of, back
what
in
we
the
were
late
doing,
80s.
what we were doing,
Yeah.
because they were doing that around here in the 70s as well.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the 50s, man. I think
Yeah.
cruising
Oh,
started right
yeah,
back in the
for
50s.
sure.
Like I said, dude, so many marriages and babies
Yeah.
are due to cruising. I mean, that's the only place you really had to go meet people.
Yep.
But you did.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, you met a bunch
Yeah.
of people. Like I said, dude, it just depended on what was going on, man. You'd be walking down the street, hey, bro, you want to get in here and burn one? Hell yeah.
That's right.
Hey, man, we got a 12-pack. You want a beer? Right around with us,
Boom.
you know. Now, granted, we're talking about driving around doing these substances, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't doing a whole lot of driving.
But that was what I was just
That was
about to
the thing,
say,
yeah.
man. I mean, dude, by the time you did one rotation,
Oh, yeah.
first of all, you're going to be completely stoned or
Yeah.
drunk or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But you're not going that far. you
Right.
know? And I'm not condoning drinking and obviously
No,
I'm not
no.
condoning any of that. I'm just saying it's how it was.
Yep.
But there was an innocence to it.
Oh, yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, Mike. When they first canceled cruises, like we're not doing cruising anymore. I forget the people I were talking to, but we were all like, "Fuck them, man!
Right,
We're
yeah. Oh,
bucking
yeah,
the
it
system.
sucks.
We're going up there. We're cruising anyway." I was the only one that showed up, dude. I did one lap. I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go home now."
Nobody wanted a fucking ticket.
Ticket. That was the thing.
Nobody wanted to pay that fucking ticket.
And to this day, I'm like, how can a county or a city give you a ticket for driving on the streets that you're paying taxes for?
More than 3 times.
Now, who makes that call?
Yeah, I know.
I
Who
mean,
keeps counting that? That was the thing. I think was just so, oh God, it was, and it wasn't even up until, what, a few years ago that they actually took the signs down for it, or stopped enforcing the,
that 3 times.
enforcing, yeah.
I'm like you, who the hell was it, Frank and Ernie, I guess? I mean, hell, they had to have something to do, you know?
I don't know.
But, you know, those two, Mike, you know, as we were just saying, you cannot talk about Lincoln characters
Oh, I know.
without talking about Frank and Ernie,
Yeah.
man. They were just the coolest. Dude, it was almost a little bit of Mayberry going on.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. It's almost like
you kinda
Dazed and
got that feel.
Confused meets Mayberry meets, you know, Fear and Loathing.
Or
Some weekends it was, man.
could be.
I mean, you know, because you also had fights. You did.
Oh yeah,
you
for
had
sure.
fights,
Oh yeah,
man. You had people.
Yeah, you definitely had fights.
I remember there toward the end, you started hearing about people bringing pistols and stuff up there, and I don't think if you had that back in the day, it wasn't really out there. I'm sure everybody was packing here, man.
Yeah.
But I think more.
I don't know why, but
It did,
Yeah.
man. You know, and I think even prostitution, when a little bit of that was going on. You know, I remember hearing about that, and I never saw it.
no.
I mean, hell, I was looking for it, never found it. Hey,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, all joking aside, man, I
Right.
never saw it, but apparently that's what was going on. But
Yeah.
dude, when they quit cruising, yeah, it was definitely a shot to Lincolnton.
Yeah.
You know, but well, Mike, brother, we're getting about to the halfway point,
Awesome.
so we're about an hour in. But you know, Mike, for this week's little break in the show, I was doing a little search. I found this clip, man, a couple years ago, and I actually found a clip from Clement Freud, who is related to Sigmund Freud, the famous psychologist.
Uh-huh.
I think this guy may be his great nephew, maybe, something like that. Anyway, man, he tells a story that when I heard it, I'm like, you know what? I think the PUDs ought to hear this story. And because I think the more people that can hear this and can get the moral of the story, the better. So we're actually, you know, we like to keep it light. We like to joke around a lot. We're going to kind of play something a little serious right now, man, a little serious clip.
Okay.
So everybody, don't go anywhere. Listen to what Clement Freud has to say. We'll be right back here in about a minute.
I had a rather nice story about a man who drank a lot. And his wife said, if you ever come home drunk again, I'm going to leave you. And he went out to a pub and drank a lot and threw up all over himself. And said to his friend, if I come home, my wife will leave me. His friend said, I'll tell you what, go home and tell her somebody threw up over you and put a £20 note in your inside jacket pocket and show it and said, he gave me this for the dry cleaning bill. And he comes home and he's right, and she said, no. Somebody threw up over me, gave me £20 for the cleaning bill. She said, why have you got two £20 notes in your hand? He said, oh, the other one is from the man who shat in my pants.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Oh God.
Mike, that's one of my favorite jokes ever, dude. I've actually tried to tell that joke a million times, and I just cannot get the delivery,
Yeah.
man. I hope you guys out there enjoyed it. We're trying some different things this year, man, and thought the joke might be pretty good. You know, try to play it off like it's going to be something serious.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know,
Nice.
Mike, before we start getting back into part 2 of our Lincoln Character Show, a couple of things I forgot to mention toward the beginning of our show. I want to give a very special shout out and thank you to the band Center Lane.
Yep.
We've been featuring their song Dirty Money on a couple of our shows, and man, they've really, like, all the bands we've dealt with have been really cool and everything, but those guys have been sharing our stuff, putting us over.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of views and a lot of reactions from their fans.
Right.
You know, they're checking us
Yeah.
out, which is the whole point, man. That's what it's all about. And, man, I just want to say thank you to you guys out there if you're listening, man. We appreciate it. We're definitely going to get more of your music on sooner than later. We just got to get through and listen to the rest of the album, man. I've been stuck on that song Dirty Money, bro. It's so hard. I'm really bad about that, Mike. Like, if I hear a song, I will hit repeat on that son of a
Yeah.
bitch
Yeah.
over and over, especially that song because it's so good. It's just hard for me to get past that one to get to their next song.
Exactly.
you know?
I know, man.
But that's one of my 2019 goals is to get through that album
Yeah.
and pick some more songs off that album and just get their music or get some other bands heard. You know, I want to continue to, you know, bring out some local and independent artists. In fact, if you guys out there listening, if you're in a band or if you know someone who's in a band, whether that's local or independent, let us know.
Right.
You know, give us a holler, man. Send us some tape, you know,
Yeah.
or send us or a link. I say tape, man. But damn, this ain't the freaking 90s. Send us a link to your Facebook or to your YouTube.
So
and we'll get it on there.
Yeah, we'll just put it in the machine and fast forward it. And,
Yeah.
rewind it. And,
There it is, man. I mean, but yeah, once again, thank you to Centerlane.
eject it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, man. Don't forget
Yeah.
to be kind, rewind. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, we just got to give those guys a lot of props and credit for helping us out, man, putting us over. And like I said, we're going to continue to put those guys over. And if you haven't heard the song "Dirty Money" by Centerlane, go check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Right.
It's a great song, man. Great vocals, great bass, great everything, guitar, drums, everything, man. The whole song is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Mike, something else that we haven't discussed, since I know we missed last week, so everything's kind of all over the place. But we debuted the pilot episode of the Good News
Yes.
this week,
Wow.
or last week, I should
Yeah.
say. December 31st, we debuted. We dropped the first episode with the Reverend Doctor.
Yeah.
Already over 100 views, bro.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Um,
Those are good stuff.
Man, I knew it's going to be a hit, which is why we're doing it.
Right.
When we got the Reverend in here the first time, it's like, Jesus,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I mean, we got to bring you in all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
what can we do? We want to keep bringing the Reverend in, but we also got other shows and other guests. So
Yeah.
what better
Yeah.
way to just give the man his
Spin-off,
own
man.
a spin-off show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, man, I'm a little jelly, Mike. I ain't going to lie. I mean, his views are beating ours,
Right, right.
which is awesome,
Yeah.
man. So I like to say, if anybody's out there listening to the Good News, hey, man, listen to us too.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Check us out,
I
man.
think I got to attribute it to that Thunderpud number 2. He's
Who?
he's yeah,
I've
that
heard of
dude.
that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I don't
dude.
know, man. Agent C's
Who's
on
that dude?
point too, brother.
I
Agent
think
C.
Thunderpud's really putting it out there. He's
Well, let's.
whoever that dude is.
Only-
He's on point.
Only thing I got to say, man, maybe Thunderpud's all right. Thunderpud 2, sorry, number 2. He's
Yeah.
all right. Agent C is on point. But man, this show is all about the Reverend.
Absolutely.
This show is about the Reverend Doctor, and man, we are making it a priority to get to second episode. Like I said a couple weeks ago, man, I've been having some issues I'm having to deal with at the house. It's kind of made, kind of had to rearrange a lot of things, man, and I've had to reprioritize some things. But as far as priorities go, getting that second episode is up on the list, man.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Hopefully within the next couple weeks, things will level out on my end, at least to the point where we can say, okay, we can do this on this day, this on that day. But that second episode is coming.
Yeah.
The Reverend's already working on it, has a good idea of where we're going with that. Once again, I don't know anything about it, man.
That's
I don't know who records it. I don't
Yeah.
know who's involved with it other than the Reverend. I've
Just-
heard of Agent C. I've heard of
Agent C.
Thunderpud too.
Yeah.
We just don't know who these people are.
Exactly. So check it out.
Check it
Get
out.
smartened up. Get woke up.
Yes, wake up, people.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is with the Reverend Doctor. Once again, the name of the show is The Good News. You can find it on the same platforms that the podcast is on, iTunes.
Or a platform.
Or just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or a platform.
Or a platform, but you can catch us on YouTube, or them on YouTube, not us. You catch them on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Haven't got them on Google yet. Like I said, a lot have been going on, but we're going to get them on Google as well. And yeah, man, if you haven't checked it out, listen to it. It's not podcast type subject matter per se. It's a little bit heavier subject matter.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a little
for sure.
bit,
Yeah.
it's conspiracy theory, quote unquote conspiracy theories. But the Reverend, man, he is on point. He knows his stuff. Everything that he puts out there, you can find as well.
Yeah.
And that's what it all. We're not trying. They're not trying to tell you what to think. They're
Right.
just trying to
Yeah.
show you different
Conspiracy realisms.
That's the way I look
Yeah.
at it, man. That's the way I look at it, and take them with a grain of salt. Do your own research.
Exactly.
Definitely don't take
Yep.
Thunderpud or Agent C's word for it, and I dare say don't even take the Reverend's word for it. Look it up for yourself. But
Exactly.
check out The Good News with the Reverend Doctor. Find it on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify, and podcast.com. I don't put over podcast.com enough, Mike.
Right.
That's our
Yeah,
site. That's
yeah.
our hosting site for both
Yeah.
shows. And man, it's free. If you're out there wanting to get a podcast started,
Yeah.
can't do a podcast. There's
Can't
already a
do a
podcast.
podcast.
Can't do that. That's a gimmick infringement.
Right.
But podcast.com has. I know, man. It's so hard.
It is.
It's so hard. I know, man. I get them mixed up. But they offer unlimited uploads and unlimited pretty much everything. You just have to have the file can't be any bigger than 250 megabytes.
Right.
And I think ours usually go about 220, something like that.
Right.
So, we're right
We're
on
pushing
there.
it.
We push it a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
push it. Just like with everything else, we push it.
It's across the board, brother.
Yeah.
Across the board. Yeah. But Mike, kind of getting back into our characters.
Yeah.
We've talked about some of the more, I guess, enduring characters, some of the more lovable type characters. Man, there's some characters out there that ain't so lovable.
Well,
We got to be cool too, man. We
Well,
got to be
Jason.
careful. We got to be careful. We got
well,
to be
Jason, you know, being in the absolute nexus, the center
cool. You are in the heart of this shit, bro.
of Lincolnton,
You are in the heart.
the hub,
Oh,
if you will.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You see
Everything.
everything.
You see everything,
Everything.
man.
Because if you're not familiar with downtown Lincolnton, the center of Lincolnton, the very center
The
of
center.
Lincolnton, downtown, is the courthouse.
Yes, yeah. It is the heart of Lincoln. It really is.
I know this because I am every day across the street from it here at GameSwap
With this big window.
and the Budcast.
Yes.
We're here. We see everything. It's like it's like the biggest. I've always said that we have the biggest flat screen TV
Amen.
in existence.
Yes.
To the world
the world.
right here.
And I mean, you can't get any more real.
And sometimes it gets
Really real.
3D, 4D, and
Smell
spills
of
over
vision.
into here.
Sometimes you're right, man. You get that fifth dimension, bro.
Yeah.
Smell of vision.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can smell
A
it.
lot of times, you sure can. So we see a lot of characters
Right.
outside and inside
Yes.
of here.
Yes. I've seen some characters in here. I mean,
for sure.
For real.
sure.
For real.
Yeah.
Most are cool. Most are, that lovable type. You know, the
We've
spice.
We've got
you
a
know.
lot of incredible customers
Oh yeah, man. You do.
here. But there's that. There are those characters that either just you love them or you want to rip your hair out
Yeah. Yeah.
and question everything that you've done in your life up to that point.
Or possibly even fear them. I
That-
mean, there's one in
there's
particular I'm
true.
thinking about, man. It's
There's not a lot that do.
but there's
a few
one or two here.
that you never know which way they're gonna go.
Yeah, the wind blows a certain way, brother.
Yeah.
And,
I want to talk about the first one, and I won't put any names out there, legitimate names. We call her the White Witch.
does it rhyme with Tammy?
Oh God, damn it! You know what?
I said rhymes, man. I said rhymes.
2019, just not giving a fuck. Dead.
Boogie.
But we got a sampler. I don't know if I told y'all or not.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, man. We got to quit fucking with the sampler. I have to quit fucking. Mikey ain't even fucking with it.
He just kicked me right in the dick.
Yeah,
Like that
you
one.
know.
That was just like, wow. Okay, yeah. The White Witch.
We'll call her Slammy.
Whoa. Okay. Jesus God.
All right, man. Maintain,
Okay,
bro.
it
Maintain.
really depends on the day
Right,
where
right.
she's at and her attitude.
Right.
I've seen her just walk by and like nothing's
Dude, be fine. Be cool.
gonna be fine.
Yep.
And then the next day, that flipping the switch, and she will tell you to your face, wipe that face.
Or smile.
No,
Yeah,
wipe that face off your head.
yeah. Just like in
The
Days
entire
of Confused.
face, just shoot, just like that.
Well, she told us.
I've seen her. You know, I actually did see her tell somebody, wipe that smile off your face.
Well, do you not remember what she said to Pudsworth that day?
Which one? Which part?
When she said that? Well, when she said we all needed to go to church.
Yeah, we all need. Yeah, she called us all. Yeah,
Bunch of
outside.
heathens, pretty much.
Yeah, y'all need to go to church.
And I was
It's
like,
like-
well, you might not be.
Yeah,
You
not
might
too
be
far
right,
off from
yeah.
that. That was that was an easy day.
Right.
That was an easy day.
Right.
I've seen her throw a like the dog water dish we got outside.
Yeah.
I've seen her throw that at somebody. um,
Sorry.
I've seen her tell people she was going to stab them.
Yeah. You'll have that.
I've seen 5 officers.
5 men, full-grown men.
No, not. It was men and women.
Okay.
Well, 3 officers, 2 parole officers.
Okay.
Take her down on a hood of a vehicle.
Struggling. Fighting every
Yeah,
second of it, man.
Because she's going to kill everybody, that's around her.
I tell you, man, my White Witch story is, like I said, I'm not saying her name's Tammy. I never said that. I just said that it could rhyme with it.
Okay.
You can draw your own conclusions. Well, not putting too much of my personal stuff out there, but my last job, I still work within the same company or whatever, but the last job I had before the position I have now, we dealt some with the public.
Right.
The general public.
Yeah.
Tammy, oh, damn it.
Generally.
the White Witch, as we say, is part of the general population. Well, and we have computers, and the general population can use these computers from time to time. But she come in, and she was really concerned with the security of our network.
Right.
And I'm just thinking, like, why? Why are you so concerned? Like, I'm like, are you doing a lot of banking?
Right.
I mean... And I don't know, man. I don't know the woman. And, man, we do got to be – I need to be careful because I don't want to be mean. And I don't know.
No. It's not, the intention is not to be mean.
No.
It's just to share experiences.
It's experiences, man. But my whole – now, this person, this woman, is staring over my shoulder, breathing really hard. And I know who she is. And I'm like, okay, what kind of situation are we about to have here? Right over my shoulder. And I'm like – ma'am, I'm always courteous. I always try to be polite to everybody. Even if they may murder me, I'm still going to try to be polite. Like, ma'am, can I help you? What's your security like up here with these computers? Oh, I mean, it's we're networked in, on the system, but it should be pretty secure. Well, I got to make sure it's secure before I get on here, and I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, damn, what the really? Yeah. I mean, what do you need security for? But I mean, dude, and I,
Can't somebody getting into those spells?
I get
secret potions.
For real, man, for real. But that was just one of my moments. And I was looking, and I could see, and I was being a little nosy. I'm not going to lie. I was being a little nosy. I was just kind of seeing what she was doing. Dude, she was just surfing the internet. I mean, she wasn't on a banking site, But that was just kind of my little experience. But I know she's been banned from some places.
A lot of places.
Just coming in, raising hell.
Yeah, for no reason,
But once again, Mike, it kind of adds to the character of Lincolnton.
Right.
Because Lincolnton really, brother, our hometown is a character within itself.
Yeah.
Due to all the characters within it.
Right.
But we had to bring her up, brother.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't talk about...
No.
Some of the staples like Todd and Kojak, and you got to bring her up too.
Right.
Man. We brought up It's a little bit. We brought up Steve Lynch.
Yeah.
Once again, characters.
Yeah.
It's all characters.
Yeah. I know there's another one that comes in a lot, and I remember the first time he started coming in. We didn't even know his name until later on, but he is just this older. He's an older guy.
Right.
He's wily.
Right.
And he is just out there, and he is loud.
Right.
Very loud.
Right.
We didn't know his name at first, but he came in with one of his friends one time, and he's just, he doesn't even talk. He basically screams.
Okay.
He screams, communicating screams at you.
I can't control the volume of my voice.
He cannot.
Kind of like Austin Powers.
At all. He's, first thing comes, hey!
I get you. Yeah, right.
You got this game?
It's like...
Does it got missions?
It's like, damn, do you have a volume control?
He came in with one of his friends one time. And his friends is like right over here, just right
beside him?
Right beside him, not too far down. And he's like, hey, Larry, look at this game, Larry, look at this game, Larry.
Larry's like, okay, motherfucker, I see it.
So we started calling him Larry.
Right.
We call it Larry.
A name so nice you named him twice?
Because he wouldn't stop saying fucking Larry the whole time he was here. So we called him Larry.
Larry.
But his friend's name was actually Larry.
Larry, just single. Just Larry done.
My God.
Larry, period.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know, man, there's another character. I don't know if this guy is as well known, but I know in my last job, as I just kind of discussed, I would interact with this guy, and I know you know him. I don't know if we should name names or not. This guy, man, I know he's had some issues with the police. I do know that. I read his name in the paper. I don't want to put his name out there due to that fact.
Right.
But this guy, man, I can't put my finger on this cat. He's really cool. His vocabulary. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I got, yeah.
Yeah,
As soon as you
when I
that,
said
it's like,
vocabulary.
boom. Yeah.
Man, this guy, I can't put my finger on him because I don't know. I can't tell, man, if he's. God damn, dude, I got to be careful. I got. Because I like this guy, and I don't know if his family or people he knows may listen to us. Not that, and like I say, man, we're not trying to, offend anybody or insult anybody. I just can't tell if this guy is a genius.
Like a savant.
A savant of some sort. But I just know this guy, man, his vocabulary. The first time I saw him at my old job, we I talk.
Yeah.
I'm a very personable person. I like to speak to different people, but this guy blew my mind because my first reaction when I saw the way he was dressed and sort of the way he carried himself, I'm like, oh God, I don't know what I'm going to expect, because he kind of came in jogging pants and.
God, he puts you in the mind of God, I don't know.
Almost like a physicist or something. It's, almost like real genius. He's kind of crazy and eccentric looking.
His mannerisms definitely.
Yeah,
but he looks like I'm trying to put it in my head what he looks like.
I know you never watched Breaking Bad, but there was a character in Breaking Bad called Gil or something like that. Yeah. He kind of looked like him, man. I don't know if anybody out there is listening to him, but his hair's kind of messy, kind of long, but not really. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the first time I saw this guy, he came in, he's wearing jogging pants. Gale. His name was Gale. Yeah. Does that kind of look like him to you in a way?
Kind of reminds you
in a certain way. But this guy, man, I didn't know really how to take him because I'm like, oh, man, am I going to have an issue with this guy? Because at my last job, you just never knew. Because we'd have different people from different backgrounds coming in. 90% were cool. 10%, you kind of had to watch out for a little bit. And I was like, well, this is going to be one of the 10%, this is going to be a 90%. Well, come to find out, man, he was a 90%er.
Right.
And he's a metalhead. That was something else. We talked about Judas Priest for probably longer than we should have talked about Judas Priest in my job.
Yeah.
But he's a huge Judas Priest fan. And but this guy's vocabulary, dude, he started talking about, and then he started getting into physics and quantum physics, psychology. I'm like, bro, you are so far over my head right now.
Right.
But Mike, I have to be completely honest.
Uh-huh.
And that's, the podcast, we're honest here.
Yeah.
If you would have told me the first moment that he walked in, if you're like, give a word for this guy, I'd probably be like, handicapped or disabled.
Right.
I really would have. 5 minutes after talking to him, Jason, put a word on this, possible genius.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
Seriously, it was like, I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah.
But his vocabulary and the things that he was discussing and knew about.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, brother, we can talk about Judas Priest all day.
Yeah.
I said, once you start getting into quantum physics, I get a little lost.
Right.
But this guy was on point, man. He started talking about some psychology, and I'm like, look, brother, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I literally had to say, man, I don't know.
That's the point. I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah. Well, I started kind of backing off the conversation because I also noticed this guy, once you stared talking about these subjects that he was into.
I know I'm dumb. I'm not going to let you know I'm dumb, so I'm going to look at my phone.
That was my thing. I don't want to show my ignorance here, and to talk to this man, I felt like that was my only option was to show my ignorance because this guy was on point, man.
Yeah.
He is a character. I don't want to give his name like we did Tammy.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows Tammy, man. She's nuts. Everybody knows that she's crazy. We know it. This guy, I don't know what his story is, so I don't want to put too much out there.
Right.
Other than, I know he had some issues with the law. I saw his name in the paper. I did see that a while back. He had some issues.
Well, let's put it out there. He's a savant.
Possibly
a savant. Possible genius. He's working on a very intelligent level. But he choked a bitch.
He choked a bitch, man. He straight choked a bitch. And because
not putting that in some kind of form.
But that's what he did.
Yeah.
He literally
he choked choked a lady.
I mean, I mean,
and that was his charge.
Maybe we should.
Let's
rephrase it. He choked a lady.
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was like, this guy?
Yeah.
And man, it makes you change a little bit. I mean, well, it does change your opinion of it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't want anybody choking anybody, man.
Okay.
I mean,
like, oh.
there's no.
But he doesn't look like he does not look like he would harm a fly.
A fly, dude. If you would have showed me, or if you would have told me that man would do that,
Right.
when I first met him, I'm like, man, you're nuts. There's no way. But yeah, man, he did, and. Once again, it makes you wonder what level he's on.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I like to say I'm not here to talk about
Right.
that kind of stuff. Just that he is a character. He is absolutely a character.
Well, I'm almost positive I told you a story about being in a store one time where he and this other character almost got into a fight.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say something about that.
Now this character, and I honestly do not know this character's name, but he will not hesitate to tell you that there are many, many racists in.
Is it a black guy?
Yeah,
dude.
That in the Lincolnton hierarchy.
Yes, I've encountered that guy.
Right.
Let me tell you my story. I don't know his name either. He did introduce himself, and we did get each other's names. And there's another friend of ours involved, and I won't put his name out there because he was kind of an innocent bystander.
Right.
He had nothing to do with the situation. But I'm in there. I'm doing a little homework. I'm still in school at the time. And like I say, he's an older black gentleman. He comes up and, hey, man, you studying for school? I was like, yeah, dude, I'm doing some math. I really, man, at that point, I was looking to break my routine anyway, man, because I've been studying for about an hour. I was like, hell yeah, man, let's talk a little bit. Let's change it up. I don't know the guy, but hell, man, I like just talking to people,
Yeah.
So we started talking a little bit, and I'll tell you one, now, man, let me say something that this guy did say that struck a nerve with me, and I'm like, holy shit, man, you're right, at least as far as I can tell, because once again, he's a black guy.
Yeah.
And he started talking, and he started getting into that racial stuff, a little bit. He was like, man, he's like, around here, all the, white people can do whatever, man. Y'all got bike night, y'all got all this stuff and that stuff. He said, man, ain't nothing going on for black people in this town.
Right.
I was like, Jesus, man, I never thought about
Right.
it. I never did. Why would I?
Yeah.
I mean, let me see. I hate to say it, man, but why would I think that? Because it's not on me. It's not, I'm not in that. And I'm like, Jesus, dude, I'm there. And then now I do think about that, because it was brought to my attention. I'm like, damn, dude, you're right. Well, he started asking me, excuse me, started asking me if I knew some like black families around town. And he asked about a particular family. I was like, yeah, I knew a couple of them back in high school. I knew a couple of the brothers. He proceeded to call them a bunch of Uncle Toms,
Wow.
And I'm like, well, I don't know about all that, man. Now, this is about the time I started getting a little uncomfortable.
Right.
He's like, yeah, man, there's a lot of Klan members in the hierarchy of the government in town. A bunch of like white Klan members come in the library and look up child porn. He was telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, man.
Wow.
I guess it's time I get back to studying.
Yeah.
Because it started getting a little charged.
Yeah.
Little, he started getting a little riled up. Let's put it like that. But I did appreciate him telling me that about not having a lot going on for black folks around here, because there's really not. There ain't no bike night for black folks, man. There ain't no bar nights or anything. I mean, there's not.
Right.
There's really not, But then it kept escalating a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable. Well, he would come back and forth with me, like he'd walk away, come back, hey man, how's it going? He was a nice guy, man. I mean, I didn't dislike the guy.
This is like LeVar Burton.
Yeah. Dude,
putting some heavy shit on you.
But he wouldn't. But I could also tell, man, he did have a little bit of a mental issue,
right?
Because he wouldn't leave me alone at that time. And I enjoyed talking to him. And I even say, hey, man, I enjoy it. And dude, I told him point blank, I said, hey, man, you opened my eyes to that, because I just never, once again, man, just never thought about it. So tied up in my own world, you don't think about it like that. Well, he comes back, he starts talking about Uncle Tom's, quote unquote Uncle Tom's, I was like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that, dude. I ain't got nothing I can say about that, Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Well, a friend of mine walked into the library. I won't say who it is, but he's a black guy.
Yeah.
A black friend of mine walked in. And that guy's like, yeah, see that guy walking in? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's an Uncle Tom right there, too. And I was like, hey, man, that's a friend of mine. And that son of a bitch like, yeah, see what I mean? And as soon as he said it, he shut up. He called himself. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, dude, really? And he turned around and walked away and left me alone. Then my friend came over and we talked and hung out. And, I didn't tell him that.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, man, I was like, yeah, it's a friend of mine. He's like, yeah, see what I mean? And he stopped, and I'm like, man, you bastard. I thought we was kind of communicating.
Damn.
And he just kind of shit on my friend.
Yeah.
Because he's friends with me.
Yeah.
But you're over here talking to me too, motherfucker.
Yeah. Right.
That pissed me off, man. Because I'm like, man, don't talk. You don't even know this guy.
Right.
Because he's got a white friend.
Yeah.
You're going to call him Uncle Tom, man. And I was sitting here like, Jesus, man. Well, everyone our coolness, right there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He didn't fuck with me the rest of the time, man. Me and my friend kind of hung out, and then I just left, after I talked to him, and we called up for a few minutes. But so anyway, that guy and this other guy had an altercation. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
What happened, bro?
Nothing came to blows, but
Good.
there was a lot of screaming. There was a lot of cussing.
Really, man?
And this was, a lot of ladies in there. They worked there at the counter. And they actually had to get loud, and I've never heard them.
Really?
Above almost a talked whisper. Like, get that out of here. Take it somewhere else. You cannot do this here.
Man, when them
I was just
soft-spoken,
like,
when them soft-spoken Southern ladies get loud, you better listen, man, because that's a whole different situation now.
Yep.
But it never came to blows or nothing.
Nope. Nobody got choked out and nothing like
Thank
that.
God.
Yeah.
Who'd you put your money on, man?
Whew, that's tough. I'd have to put it on. Let's see. I'd have to put it on racist LeVar Burton.
Okay. I don't know, man. I might have to go with vocabulary on this one.
Really?
Because he's got that experience. He knows that chokehold, man.
Yeah, but he's only.
But he only does it on ladies. So I don't know. Okay,
and
man.
this had to be a small lady too, cause he's
a little
tiny.
guy, man. He is a little guy.
You gotta watch out for little ones, but
that's what I was about to say, though, man.
Now
let me ask you: when he was cussing them out, was he using like a lot of big words, or did he break it down? He broke it down to motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He got street real quick.
It got real quick.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. But Mike, I think it's just fair to say, man, that this town, it's just
tell you what, it's like
I love it. I love my small town.
I've always compared it to almost like Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
As far as the character levels and just the crazy shit that happens.
And the diversity of the characters within itself.
And there's just something that draws everybody here.
Yeah.
And together in some way or another.
And isn't it weird how the wrestling organization actually took that to an even higher degree? Because I remember, dude, I've always said, man, when we were doing the wrestling, and I think it still goes on to this day, man, I haven't really talked to Outlaw about that as much. But, man, something about wrestling just always drew the characters, man. Which you got to be a character.
You have to be. But there again, characters in the ring, outside the ring, and even in the audience.
In the audience, man, we had characters. Hell, sometimes, man, the people in the audience would be more over than we would be.
Case in point, Cricket.
Cricket's a character. Now, let's explain who Cricket is.
Yeah.
Once again, man, we got to be real because I actually do really like Cricket.
Yeah.
I really do. I've seen her in public a few times. Cricket was the stereotypical old lady at the wrestling show.
Yes.
She would get hot, man.
Yeah.
Like, she would try to literally fight us. I mean, literally. I mean, that's no joke, man.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't know if she knew it was a work or not.
Right.
Really.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know, man. I got a Cricket story that actually was from outside of the ring, man. Well, and it actually has a little bit of a racial overtone to it, believe it or not, man.
Yeah.
I think maybe we ought to name the show, like, racial shit going on in Lincoln or something.
Yeah.
But, when me and you were rooming together just right up here where the walking trail is, every day, man, I would lift weights, and then I'd go and I'd hit that trail for a little bit, get a little cardio in. Well, I wear contacts and glasses. But anyway, man, when I would work out, I would take them out because sometimes they get kind of messed up and they'd mess with me. So I just pop them out, work out, and then I hit the trail without my glasses or, I'd be half blind,
Yeah.
But I could always see that one lady's ass. There was always this chick or older lady that would walk and run.
Uh-huh.
And better than my eyesight would get 20/20
when
I'd be behind her. God bless her.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but God bless her. Dude, I probably lost 20 pounds just like chasing after her.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, man, a black friend of mine lived kind of on the other side of the street up there. A guy named Jeff, man. And me and Jeff worked together, dude. He was a buddy. We'd hang out a few times, And I'd always try to catch up with him if I saw him. We'd catch up for a minute. Well, anyway, man, I was going down there. Jeff said, "Hey, what's up, Jason? Hey, what's up, Jeff?" We talking, man, just kind of shooting the shit. He's on one side of the street. All of a sudden, you see this red car coming, and I can't really see it too well. I can't see who's driving it at all.
Right.
And I hear, you motherfucking son of a bitch, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff's like, man, who the fuck is that?
Right.
And I was like, I don't know, man, I can't see. He's like, man, some old lady come over here, she got rebel flags all over her car, Jason. And I was like, I don't know. And it was Cricket. And she got in front, and then I could see who it was. And she gigged me. It's like, fuck you. And I took off. And
Oh, God.
Jeff was like, and Jeff actually came to a couple wrestling shows. So Jeff was familiar with the wrestling shows because he'd come out every once in a while.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, who the hell was that, Jason? I was like, man, that's that damn stupid-ass redneck that comes to the wrestling. He knew who I was talking about because he'd been there and he knew her. He'd seen her around. I said, man, that's that crazy old redneck lady, man, comes to the wrestling shows. He was like, man, I didn't know who the hell it was. I saw him rebel flags, man. I didn't know she cussing me or you. I said, nah, man, she cussing me.
Right. Wow.
But then I ran into her in the store.
Hey,
and
now,
she hugged
speaking
me.
of that 2020 vision, I know you saw that girl's ass.
Oh, brother.
Now, did you ever see Cricket with her rebel flag bikini on?
Yeah. I wish I had, like, what's the worst vision you can have? Blind? I just wish I was straight. Hell, it about did blind me.
What's the worst vision you can have?
Hell, motherfucker,
I'm pretty sure it's blind.
None.
Unless you just had them pecked out by a bird.
The Bird Box. Did you watch the Bird Box? Dude, which is actually a good movie, man. I really enjoyed that movie. I'm just going to put that out there. And moving on. Dude, that's why I had to get glasses to begin with. Hell, I had perfect 2020 until I saw that shit. No, man, my eyes melted.
You get all the wrinkle pups.
God. Well, Mike, let's change subjects really quick. But she was a character.
Yeah.
I mean, she was
for
just,
sure.
I swear to God, man, Cricket. And all jokes aside, man, I love Cricket to death. I've run into Cricket several times. She always hugs me, tells me how much she misses us. And I do love Cricket to death, man. And really, man, she brought a lot into that show.
Yeah.
She really did, dude. She added that extra. A couple of our fans, well, a lot of our fans, really,
sure.
dude,
Always got a trip out of her,
man.
It added to it.
Oh, it added to. I mean, it made it fun
for sure.
Because we were like, let's go out here and let's see how bad. Especially Hojo.
Yeah.
Hojo, black guy. He would, obviously, I'm sure Cricket had some racial issues she was dealing with. I don't know for sure, but with all the rebel flags and some of the slurs she would sling at Hojo sometimes would kind of indicate that she may have had some hang-ups.
Yeah.
But Hojo took it and just tried to fuck with her.
Right.
Even harder.
Yeah.
Which, happy birthday to Hojo Devlin, by the way, man. Yesterday was Hojo's birthday.
Nice.
So happy birthday, brother. If you out there listen, man, happy birthday.
You old.
Old motherfucker. It's still wrestling, man. He done retired 12 times. Hell, he done retired 12 times in the last 3 months, man. Hell, they know he wrestled 12 times in 3 months. But he's retired that many times. But, yeah, man. I mean, we just always had fun with her and just all the fans. But, Mike, we are starting to kind of get toward the end of the show. And, man, we cannot talk about Lincolnton characters.
Yeah.
Alan Hull and the twins.
I'd almost thought that we could probably do a whole nother show on this.
We can, man. You want to hold off on these guys?
I think we should.
And just do a podcast
because there's no way we're going to fit that much into.
Because we've only got
maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're already pushing an hour and a half.
You can't push that in that box.
No, man. There's no bird box big enough to put Alan Hall and the twins in.
Right.
Brother. But it adds. It adds to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it adds to the
exactly.
character.
But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more that we've missed that we could definitely do another.
Oh, yeah, man.
Absolutely, we could.
Because, Mike, once again, I never research. I never put any kind of, effort into the show anyway. I just show up. I hit a button, then I go home,
But we go off what we know or, what we've experienced or what, just the legends.
And they are, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, especially Crazy Todd, man, Kojak,
Yeah.
the White Witch. We got to bring her up too, man. And
Yeah.
there are people. Do you remember Speedy? Just speaking of some old, he was the old. No, but since you were from the Holler, man, or Sticks, I'm sorry. Since you're from the Sticks, you may not have been around. Speedy was this old guy who drove a bike or rode a bike everywhere he went. And you'd see him, and I remember Mom and Dad, there goes Speedy. But they called him Speedy because he always was on a bicycle.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Just not about Leaping Lenny, Leaping Lana. Do you remember? Oh man,
I've heard that name.
Yeah. It was an older lady. She had a little bit of a limp.
Right, right.
But she was always around. Man, people would always kind of help her out. I don't know if she was homeless or just or just poor. I don't know. but everybody would always kind of throw her some change here. But she was kind of a staple.
Right.
You know, everybody
Yeah.
knew who she was, and if you saw her, man, you throw her a little something, help her out.
Yeah.
You know, man, I can't really think of it. What I should have done was gone on that "You Might Be from Lincolnton" page, and should have read down some of that because there was a lot of, like, you know, mentions of characters and staples in town that.
I gotta get on that.
Dude, are you not a member?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll add you.
I've seen like the Gastonia stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Gaston County.
No, I'll add you to it, man.
Have
Yeah.
you seen the Gaston County stuff?
No.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh,
That's
I'm
a
sure.
whole nother world.
It's like it's our own little Florida.
Holy fuck!
Well, hey, Mike, you know, man, before we wrap it up, dude, you know, we have missed two things that's happened in the last couple of weeks that we
Yes.
do need to discuss.
Yeah.
It just popped in my head, man.
Right.
One, unfortunately, on a somber note, man, we lost Mean Gene Oakley,
Yeah.
brother.
That's tough in that period of time from like Bobby
Yeah.
Heenan's passing away. You know, it just feels like, yeah, you know, we're getting older. And a lot of people that we grew up with and that were staples of our childhood and even on past that are passing
Passed
away.
man.
You know,
Yeah. And it's sad, man, and it's
Yeah.
it is a cycle of life, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it does happen, and
Yeah.
you know, the one thing I went back and I listened to a couple people talk about Mean Gene over these last couple of weeks, and you know, one thing that everybody seems to say is Mean Gene had a great time.
Yeah.
He's like he did it his own way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the man had 3 kidney transplants.
Yeah.
You know, just because he liked to party. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, he was a known drinker. You
Yeah.
know. And the only reason I'm saying that is he had a good time, man. He did it on his
Exactly.
own rules, man. He did it on his own accord.
He was a character too.
And he was a character. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, you know, we also talk about how Hulk Hogan was such a big part of, like, for me, especially my childhood. What would a Hulk Hogan been without Mean Gene?
Right.
Steered him. I mean, he guided him on
Yeah.
those promos and those interviews.
Exactly.
Mean Gene was
Yeah.
almost the voice of childhood for me. You
Yeah.
know, and you was, I mean, you know, a
Yeah,
lot of people
for
our
sure.
age
Yeah.
that are in our circles. Mean
Yeah.
Gene was just like Bob Cottle. It's
Right,
just on the other
right,
side
yeah.
of it, you know.
Yeah. Just north.
Exactly.
You know?
And Mean Gene was more mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you would hear
That's
him,
it.
or we'd have to hear Bob Cottle on Channel 3 or Channel 9.
Right.
You'd hear Mean Gene on everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He was in movies. I mean,
Yeah.
you
That's
know.
true.
Then became the voice of WCW later on. What would a
Oh,
Ric
I know,
Flair
right?
been during
Yeah.
that period? Because Ric Flair and Mean Gene worked
Yeah.
so well together, just like Hogan and Mean Gene did.
Yeah.
He was, dude. To say he was the absolute best at what he did, it is no understatement.
It's incredible.
It is the truth.
Yeah.
For what Mean Gene did, no one will ever be
No.
able to eclipse what Mean. He was the
No.
best at what he did, man.
Yeah.
And that deserves
sure.
respect. I don't care what, if you're a fan or not a fan. When you're the best at what you do,
Yep.
that deserves respect. And man, when you do that and it does mean something to us, I mean, you can't put it into words, man. It
That's it.
was just a sad thing, but look at what the man left behind, though. He did leave
Exactly.
such a legacy. People be talking about Mean Gene Oakland for 100 more years,
For
man.
sure.
If not longer, forever.
sure.
As long as there's a pro wrestling ring set up, people will remember and speak of not only Mean Gene, but Bobby Heenan.
That's right.
You know, and these Dusty Rhodes, these other legends. But Mike, you know, we just talked about something that was sad and kind of heartbreaking. On the good side of the news, AEW, brother,
Oh man.
we may actually, I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up too high. We
Hey,
may actually
still got some
have
time.
some competition now, man.
Right.
We may actually have an option and a choice for our wrestling entertainment, man.
Got some names coming.
Brother Jericho,
Jericho, biggest one
off the bat.
for sure.
Off the bat,
Yeah.
brother. They brought in, and I think we can all agree, probably the greatest wrestler today.
Yes.
Active wrestler
sure.
right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody better than Jericho. And I've spoke to very few people who can give me a better name.
Right.
You know, I hope they do
That's
well.
right.
I hope they do
Yeah.
well.
I'm sure they will.
Well, they got that big money backing them, brother.
Hey,
I mean,
you
when you
know.
own a football team, and I think they own like a couple of other sports teams around the world, the Khan family.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the only way to beat a billionaire, just like Vince McMahon said himself, the only way to beat a billionaire is become one yourself.
That's right.
And so that's what they did. They went out and got a billionaire.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah,
see,
we
man.
will.
We
We
will
will.
definitely see it, but you will definitely be hearing
As
about
long
them
as they've
here.
got the product.
Then
you
my
know.
God, we'll watch it.
Yeah.
You know, so God
right.
bless those guys. God bless Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and I hope them nothing but success.
Exactly.
Did you watch the press conference?
Yeah, the rally.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah, it was.
Right off the
Yeah.
bat, it was more
Yeah.
entertaining than anything
Hawk
I've seen.
showed up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Who was
I
that?
always call him, Neville, but
Right.
now that he's no longer with WWE, it's Pac.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's
Which
there.
I'm not big on the name, but it is what it is.
It is what it is,
Yeah.
man. Who else? Who was that one heel that came out? He had 3 names. He had like a middle name, but he called Conrad Turkey Tits.
Oh,
Who was that guy? Maxwell? Something Maxwell? I didn't catch the
who
name.
was that came out and called him Turkey Tits?
Dude, he called him Turkey Tits.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That was great.
That was incredible.
So it sounds to me, man, they're going to let these guys say what they want to say. Because that would not fly in
Just let 'em
WWE
go.
right now.
Just let them go.
Dude, you couldn't call somebody Turkey
No.
Tits in WWE right now.
Nope.
It would be, oh, you're being a bully.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? These guys are going to be actually get to be heels.
Exactly.
They get to be heels. Which means that we can have heroes now to come and shut them up.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to AEW, and man, all the luck to those guys. And hey, if y'all need somebody to come and do a little, little broadcasting for you, the PUDs are always open.
There you go. Hey, just putting it out there. Yeah, Maxwell Friedman.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it, dude. As of right
Yeah.
now, that is my favorite wrestler.
Right.
Just because, and dude, you still got Christopher Daniels. You still,
God, Frankie Kazarian,
Kazarian, who was great, man.
Hangman Page.
Yeah, dude.
Joey Janela.
Janela was in there, man.
Janela's there.
I'm sure Marty Scurll will be coming in. That's a name that should be coming in, hopefully. Kenny Omega, hopefully.
Hopefully.
There's a bit
they
more
work
for
out
him
a deal.
right now. Yeah, man, WWE's trying to get him so they can
Yeah.
bury his ass where he can't do anything.
Right.
But, well, Mike, brother, I got to say, man, it's good to get back in the Pud Cave after being off a week.
Yeah, for sure.
It really was,
Yeah.
man. It's good. Like I said, man, life's been kind of hard here lately, but we're going to keep it going.
Yes, sir.
And, man, we're just going to take it as it comes, dude. But I've been given specific instructions from a very special person in my life that this thing is to continue.
That's right.
And this thing is going to
That's
go
right.
on. And, like I said, the good news is coming back up soon, man. That's on the priority list. That's high up on the list. Not the top, but it's up there. It is up there. We're going to get that one ASAP. And, yeah, man, it's just good to be back.
That's right.
It's good to get the voices out there.
2019.
You're the Pud, brother.
We don't give a fuck.
And we don't give a fuck. Like my brother P Dog said back in the day. What if I told you? 2019. What does that mean? We don't give a fuck. And we want to say,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
did we mention we got a sampler?
Hey.
Dude, we haven't even used this
Dead.
one
Oh, God. Here we go.
yet. Hey, man, and I do want to give one more shout out, then we're going to go ahead and shut it down for today. David Hayes from This Is a Work.
Yes.
A couple things I want to say about those guys, man. I finally got through the Survivor Series show. I've been behind, man, with everything going on.
Right.
He calls us out a little bit, man. He says something because he's trying to name all the titles from back in the Crockett era and everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't remember them all, man. I know Mikey and Jason are screaming at me right now.
Yeah.
David Hayes, no one expects anyone to remember all those fucking titles, man. I'm over here thinking to myself, I'm like, oh shit, wait. How many are there? So I want you to rest at ease, brother. No one is judging and no one's calling you out or screaming at you for forgetting those titles, man. Who could?
Well.
Oh, hell, Jesus. Here it comes.
Boogie.
Here it comes, Mike. Dude, but you're an historian, man. You're different, man. I mean, you're like a robot with this shit. Mikey's like, well, it started in 1943.
I'm sure he would remember every title if it were the women's championship.
Oh, shit. Because those are the most important titles ever.
If it were
Oh yeah.
if it were the WWE, the World Women's Evolution,
Damn it, man. Well, I
I'm
didn't
sure
mean
he
for
would
this to
remember
happen,
every
T-Dogs.
title.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I really did it, man. I was trying to be cool. I really was. But you know how that goes. Hey-o.
So there you go.
But nah, man, the only thing I had to get on the T-Dogs about is when he fucked up and said Captain Redneck Dick Slater.
Oh,
I literally about shit myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Motherfucker. I mean, I'm texting
Yeah.
the man as
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
I heard it,
yeah.
Everything else, man, you get a slide, man. But that one,
Right.
no. And I also want to congratulate him and his son, Tyler Nicholson, man. Tyler's going to be having a boy.
Yes.
So we already announced.
Grandpa.
We already got Grandpa. We've already announced it, but he's going to be the grandfather to a grandson.
Yes.
We just found that out. Congratulations, brother. That's awesome, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We got to take him to his first wrestling show. Whenever he's ready to go,
There you go.
sign me up, man. I want to go to that thing. But had to give a little shout out. But, man, I heard him say that. He's like, yeah, man, Jason and Mike are yelling at me because I can't remember all the titles. I'm like, damn, dude, who could?
Yeah.
The only title he didn't bring
Will.
up. Well, Mike, I'm not talking about you, Mike. Because, Mike, you're a robot when it comes to wrestling. But the only thing, man, I did kind of wish he would have mentioned that the Western States Heritage Championship.
How do you forget that? How do you
How do you remember it? Is what I want to know.
No, that's bullshit, man.
Come on,
that
dude.
was Barry's belt.
And he was the only one that ever had it. Well, Larry Zbyszko had it for about a week or two.
Yeah, a hot minute, you know.
Dude,
You don't have to keep up with a lot of shit. You know, if one person has the title.
Yeah, but that was the most.
What about the
worthless
Buckhouse
belt,
Stampede
man.
trophy?
Well, it was a trophy though. That was different, man.
It's
a trophy.
it's the same. It's basically the same thing.
Dude.
Trophy and a belt.
Here we go,
Here
man.
we
Let
are.
me tell you.
2019.
God, we don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
All
Man,
right.
We're going to have to hold this one to
Yeah.
next time, man.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
hold this one to next
Yeah.
time. All right. Well, Mike, brother, once again, man, it's good to be back, bro.
Yes, it
it's good
is.
to get this thing going again. Anything you want to end this with? Other than, dude, Pudsworth never showed up, did he?
Asshole.
I cannot believe Sir
right.
Ian Pudsworth, our trusty, loyal manservant,
Yep.
was not so trusty and loyal today, man. Where did he go? Did you hear from him? Did he ever get in touch with you?
Well, I don't know. He might still be in the toilet.
That's Pudsworth's career right there, man. I got to put it
Right
on
in the
Yelp.
shitter.
I just got to give it. I got to put it on Yelp, man.
We'll see next week.
We'll see next week.
Yeah.
Man. He ain't fired.
Right.
He ain't fired yet.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see. We're gonna give him one more shot,
Yeah.
man. I think Pudsworth can pull it out, man.
Well,
I think he can pull it
we'll
out.
see.
I really do. And if he
It
ever has,
definitely hurts his pay package.
oh yeah, man, we're gonna have to probably give him a little reduction in pay.
We may have to take some money from him.
Now that would work out. Actually,
work
man,
out.
I'd go for
That'd
that.
benefit me
100%.
more.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
dig that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys. Well, Mike, hell, not guys. 'Cause,
Yeah,
well, it's
well,
only us.
yeah.
You know? But Mike, brother, anything you want to end us with today?
Nah, man, we're good.
Sounds good, man. Once again, it was good to be back, and you Puds out there. Until next week, y'all have a good one.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to
This
go.
has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.